Hey guys, what's good? Mike here. Thanks for tuning in to another video. One way to take your UI UX design skills to another level is start thinking about UI UX design like a top salesman. Let me explain. I was just watching this video of this woman, very dynamic woman named Forbes Riley. She did a lot of infomercials back in the day. She was responsible for over $2.5 billion in infomercial sales. She's a very dynamic speaker, and she knows how to sell things. And she was, I was watching one of her videos where she was talking about, she did the exercise on selling this pen. You've probably seen it in the Wolf of Wall Street, but someone will say like, sell this pen to me. And she did it where she started talking about when she first got this exercise, she started talking about her mom. When she was little, her mom used to write her letters, and she used to compile the letters and things like that, and it made her feel really special. But the point here is she did really well at this pen exercise, but she did not talk about the actual physical you know, idea of this pen, the fact that it clicks, the fact that it has ink in it, the fact that it writes smooth. She didn't talk about the pen. She got at the core of the end customer in terms of why they would actually want the pen. And it started to make me think about, that's how we have to look at UI UX design, in a sense, not thinking about the actual tools that we use to design, not even thinking about the visual UI design component. At the end of the day, it's about the core. It's about getting into the core of the customer. What does the user want to do? All right, I was just thinking about this brings me back to a time with my wife. She's a real estate agent. She uses an app called DocuSign. It's where you can sign documents online, and it basically, she can't live without this tool. She loves this tool. It changed her life when it went from like faxing paperwork on to just, you know, signing emails within minutes via the computer, right? Just, you know, transferring documents online. And she loves this application. One time she was talking about, one time she was pissed off because they moved a particular button and things like that. And what struck me was that when I looked at, you know, when I dove deeper into DocuSign, it's a very successful product, very profitable company. She never once mentioned to me about the design of the application. It was all about what she needed to get done, okay? Now, this also takes me back to a time when I interviewed for ADP. I was like, I never even mentioned my visual UI design skills. And I always mention to people, I say, visual UI design, that's a given, okay? That is a given. That shouldn't be something that you should sell anyone, all right? That should be, you should already have that skill and be working towards a high perfection of great visual UI design skills, okay? But now you take that and you put it to the side, and what you got to do at that point, you have to sell your value in a sense that I now want to create something that allows that customer to achieve what they are here to do, all right? And that's the value that you want to sell. That's the value that you want to sell to your hiring managers. That's the value you want to sell to your managers. That's the value that you can now sell going forward, all right? You know you have a good product. You know you have good visual UI design skills. You know you are very passionate about UX design. The value in what you bring as a UI UX designer is in getting at the core of what the end user wants. If you can do that, that's the meat. That's the nook and cranny. The visual UI design, that should be a given, and that should be subconscious to the end user. They should come to your site and activate their tasks and get to what they want to do. In addition, when someone says, hey, why do you like that product? It's sweet, it allows me to do this, this, and this. What about the design? Oh, it looks great too, right? That should be secondary, right? But the main thing about that application or the tool that you're designing should be about, does it allow the user to complete and do the things that they're there to do, all right? And that's what makes a UI UX designer valuable. If you can think in that aspect, it takes you from being, in my opinion, it takes you from being a novice UI UX designer to a strong, powerful thought leader in the UI UX design space, and that's what will make you a valuable UI UX design, okay? If you can get to that, that's the meat, that's the nook and cranny, and that's what sells. you do that, you'll be great in your interviews, you'll be great in your thought process, in your discussions with your managers, with your bosses, with your coworkers, things like that. You gotta think user first. We call it user-centered design. You think that, that's where the value lies. Thanks for watching, guys. Like the things I talk about, hit the thumbs up. Any questions, as always, in regards to UI, UX design, visit my site, mlwebco.com. Ask me any questions, and I'll be happy to answer those for you guys. Have a blessed week, and we'll talk soon. Peace.